And now Bill Mazeroski.
For Pittsburgh, the second baseman, Bill Mazeroski.
That one in triple digits. So a pitcher making his major league debut and getting the opening day start. Not something we see very often.
No kidding, Boog. And just look around the league here on opening day. You'll see a lot of proven aces getting the start. So they're hoping that that's what he can be for this organization. Someone who can start a bunch of opening days for them in the future as well.
Goes down looking.
He meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting the ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Honus Wagner will hit next. Next offering upstairs. Nice warm day here. Good baseball weather. Does that change anything, Chris, especially for the hitters?
Absolutely. You feel so much more comfortable at the plate. You're not worried about, getting jammed on fastballs inside part of the plate.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Back here with my pal Singy and our starting pitcher here today, Cooper. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, he's not a rookie, but still very young in this game, learning his craft. I think the key is getting consistent reps and the opportunity to develop his stuff. Looking forward to watching him pitch in this one.
Bottom of the first. Here's the second baseman, number 30. Looking for his first big league hit right here. And now 2-1. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Going back on this one. On the warning track, and hauls it in. Take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not. It's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. So here's the cleanup hitter, Gary Sheffield. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Clemente in position. And that is that. Top of the second. Now it's the right fielder, Roberto Clemente. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. That one the other way. Cruz steps on the bag. Leadoff man retired here in the second. And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for her major league debut. Barry Bonds. That misses.
Go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Batting 7.
So up next, Willie Stargell. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Kiner makes the turn at second. Coming home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
We head to the bottom of the second, and now Giancarlo Stanton. Here's a guy who is one of the best in the business. You're talking about looking for a hit somewhere, and this is a guy you go to.
Well, in this day of analytics, you have to be really good, and you've got to be consistent as well. Otherwise, you're going to be out of the lineup because of the match switch hitter. It's so tough to keep both of your swings sharp. I mean, sometimes it can feel like a long time in between at bats against a lefty or vice versa. You can work on both swings, but there's only so much a guy can do in the batting cage. I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
In there. And so now 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to first. And that quickly 2 away.
Batting 7, the third baseman.
Stepping in, Mike Lowell. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. We'll move to the third with no score. And we're back. Here's the veteran outfielder, Dave Parker.
Dave Parker.
The pitch. Out to short, Mejia. Slings it across. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Good two-seam action right there, running away from the batter, rolled over it, got the ground out.
And here is Jason Kendall. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. That's out to center field. And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
To stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Back to the top of the lineup. And the batter now, Bill Mazeroski. First offering, runner goes. Swing and a ball popped up. And it falls. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Back-to-back base hits. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now a chance for Pie Trainer. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Lined, and that's a base hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. In there safely. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Now here is Charles Johnson. To the right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting 9.
So digging in, Juan Encarnacion. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
That one hit to right. Clemente sizing this one up, hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
And that squirts through. And that extends the inning. Now it's the shortstop. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him at 99. 1-2 here. Hit in the air, left field. Parker moves towards it. And he makes the catch. And the inning is over. As we go to the top of the fourth. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Barry Bonds.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Throws to second, and he's out.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Ralph Kiner, the next to hit. Now this is in the air down the line. Sheffield ranging after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs. So Singy's given up his fair share of hits in his debut, but he's done a good job of limiting the damage. What are you seeing?
I'm sure the game is moving a little quicker than normal today for the rookie, and that's totally fine. I think you bring up a great point, though, Boog. He's shown he can really battle out there, work his way out of some jams, so I think this debut should be a confidence builder for him.
That one in the dirt. Now a pop-up on the infield. Lowell under it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. So up next, Cliff Floyd.
The left fielder, Cliff Floyd.
Time through the order, we'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Throw over to Stargell. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Now it's going to be Gary Sheffield.
10, Gary Sheffield.
1 down, base is empty. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 ball.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Clemente in pursuit. He's got it. 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Dave Parker. Next offering is down low. On the ground, right side. And that chance handled. Tosses to first. 1 away here in the 5th.
Now batting, catcher, Jason.
And here's the
Kendall.
catcher, Jason Kendall. Right side, hard hit. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. So the lineup flips over. Now it's the second baseman, Bill Mazeroski.
Mazeroski.
Hit in the air, right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. And they add to the lead. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
In the air, right side of the infield. corrals it. And that is that. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's a big power threat. Number 18. On the ground. Slides for the stop. The throw, and that's a great play for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
At the plate, Mike Lowell. Liner, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough, to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
And now Juan Encarnacion. And it's even up. Now fly ball to right center. Clemente sizes this one up, nabs it, and that is that. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. The Pirates out front here, 2-0. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter now, Honus Wagner. This one in the air, center field. And there's one away.
That get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Sheffield snags it, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Barry Bonds. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. To the bottom of the 6th inning. The Pirates with the lead, 2-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the power speed combo, number 30.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. Got him. Nice play.
Now batting,
the number 2 hitter. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. That misses.
Speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Now the left fielder, Cliff Floyd.
See him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And that's the 3rd out. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. And now the DH, Ralph Kiner.
2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Next to hit, Willie Stargell. 3-2. The pitch is outside and ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. One down. Here's the center fielder, Dave Parker. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Slings to second, and that's 2. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. The Pirates out front, 2-0. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Two now. On the outside corner, got him looking. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Lifted in the air, right field. Clemente puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. And now the center fielder.
Number 18.
2 down, nobody on. Rips one to left. That's a base hit.
To just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
And that one handled. They get the force. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 66 on for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Leading off for
so back to the top of the order. Bill Mazeroski digs in now. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
Now the third baseman, Pie Trainer. On the ground, could be 2. To second, that's 1. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Pirates lead it 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Charles Johnson. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Great location with that 2-strike fastball. I'll tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times, that location with 2 strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
And now the first baseman, Juan Encarnacion. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Here's the second baseman. Swing at a ground ball. Mazeroski fires to first on the run. What a play. Inning over. Totally dominant on the mound as he's through 8 without surrendering a run. The Pirates have the advantage 2-0. And we're back. And now the shortstop, Honus Wagner. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and makes the grab. And a quick out, number one. So digging in, Roberto Clemente. And that's ball four.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either. Double play.
Grounder might be two. Glove flip for one, and it's a double play to end the inning. Bottom of the ninth coming up, and we'll see if he can complete the shutout after the break. Bottom nine, now at the plate, number 16.
The shortstop.
He is quite an athlete. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Out to short, Wagner. 2 up, 2 down.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. Cooper gets his first big league win, and what a performance he put together to do it. Singing a complete game.
Feels like one of those outings you can only dream about. I doubt he went out there today thinking that he's going to go the distance, but he had it all working, and they let him finish the job. I love that. That was something special. Very cool to see.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi.